Blessed morning, everyone. Once again, I am Clifton David Ryan, and I will be sharing with you this morning on the topic, it's in the decision. So welcome to Mindset Monday, guys, and I'm happy to have every one of you that are here with me this morning to share what I have prepared to share with you. If you have a friend that you believe needs to hear something motivational, please share this link with them so that they too could receive from what is about to be shared. Mindset Monday, it's in the decision. And the first thing that I want to tell you is something that I heard about 10 years ago from a guy by the name of Dexter Yeager. He's passed on now, but he's a legend. And I learned so much from him in my years. And he said something I heard on a CD 10 years ago. And it was these simple few words. Success is just a decision away. Success is just a decision away. And it had me thinking for a very long time. And I really came to understand what he said. And he was really saying, before you can be successful at anything, you have to decide to be. You have to make a decision that you will be successful. It doesn't matter what area of your life it is, whether it's a relationship, it's a job, it's education, it's business. It matters not what area of life it is. You have to decide that you want to be successful, that you are going to be successful in this area of your life before you could be successful. I remember a friend of mine asking me some years ago, I came out of my home. He lives across the street from me, well, where I previously lived, and he also is no longer alive. Anyways, he asked me that morning, he said, Clifton, I want to ask you a question. I said, what's that? He said, how do you do it? I said, do what? He said, I look at you and your wife. Every time I see you guys, you're smiling, always having good conversation, and I look at you guys coming, I look at you guys going, and you guys seem to always have it together. Like you have a very successful marriage. How do you do it? And my simple response to him was, his name was Mark. I said, Mark, my brother, my friend, I decided that I will have a successful marriage. That's a decision that I made. From the day I took that vow that said, until death do us part, I know that the only thing that could separate my wife and I would be death. It's a decision that I made. It's a vow that I made before God. And that is why we have the successful marriage that we have today. I even shared with him that as a child, and he grew up around my father-in-law who passed on the 4th of December this year. I grew up around him as a child, and my friend also grew up around him, and he was able to see some of the struggles that my father-in-law had in his marriage. And through every challenge, he never made a decision to walk away from his marriage. He stayed. He said this was his choice and he's going to remain here. Now, I know some of you are probably saying to yourself, that's probably crazy. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my experiences. There are always ways to deal with things, guys. There are always ways to work situations out. There are always ways. Yeah. And I said to him, seeing, and I'm not going to go into the details of some of the situations that my father-in-law faced in his marriage, but I could say that I saw him experience some really, really terrible things. And I said to Mark, the example that I have from my father-in-law alone, it will be an injustice to his daughter, whatever happens in our relationship, for me to walk away from him. Because I saw him for 30 years. 30 years. So you have to decide, and he made a decision. I have also made a decision. Now, I know you may ask the question, so what if this happens, or what if that happens? Anytime you start asking what if, you're already swaying from the decision that you've already made. You make your decision and you stand firm on your decision and figure it out. So you must make a decision. So first thing I want to say to you, there are three things I want to share. Firstly, you must know what you want. You must know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you'll never know what to decide. If you don't know what you want, you will never know what to decide. And that's a new quote that I have, so you can put my name to the end of that, by the way. If you do not know what you want, you'll never know what to decide. You must have a vision for your life. You must have some dreams, some goals, and based on that, you will know what decisions to make, because every decision must be taking you closer to your goal, closer to your dream, closer to your vision. So one, know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you will never know what to decide. Two, eliminate everything else. Eliminate everything else. When you decide, that suffix, "-icide" or "side", it means to kill. Like the word insecticide, that is a chemical substance that is used to kill insects. The word suicide is the act of killing oneself. Decide, it means that you eliminate or you kill everything else so that you can now focus on only that one thing that you have decided on. So you must eliminate everything else. And I could tell you, when my wife and I, before we got married, and we have a very long love story, started over 20 years ago. But in 2005, when we had that discussion of, we were broken up at the time, by the way, but we still remain friends. But in 2005, August 2005, we had a conversation about getting back together. And when we had that conversation, we spoke about things that we wanted and things that we did not want. One of the things I said to my wife that day, I said, if I'm getting back into a relationship with you, or with anybody for the fact of that matter, my focus now is marriage. I need to settle my life, get married, start my family. If you are open to that, yes, we can get back into a relationship. We had that conversation. We spoke about things that if we are making this decision, if we are going to decide on this, then we need to kill off some other things. We need to kill some things that we were doing that we should not be doing. Because I was still, partying. I was still drinking alcohol and things that I know that I didn't really want to be doing or should not be doing. So we started talking about eliminating some things from our lives that were toxic. We started talking about eliminating some people from our lives that would have been toxic to the decision that we were making or the life that we desired to live. And that is another reason why we have a successful marriage today. So one, know what you want. Two, eliminate everything else. And three, I will tell you to decide faster. You see, it's all in the decision. So you need to decide faster. Decisions are signals that tells your body, your mind, and your environment to move in a particular direction. That's what a decision is. If you make a decision, like you decided to be on this call this morning, so when you made that decision, it signaled to your body, to your mind, and to your environment that you are going in a particular direction, which is to be on this call this morning. So all of your actions your thoughts, everything would have led you to be here on this call right now. You could have decided otherwise and not be on this call this morning. But you decided to be here, and that is why you are here. So for anything else, decisions will signal to your body, to your mind, and to your environment. And when I say your environment, I'm talking about the people around you. So when you decide, you have to let them know what your decision is also, because it signals to them that you are going in a particular direction. And nothing is going to stop you from going in that direction. So you must make that decision so the signals could go out and you could focus on the direction that you want to go, and everything else follows. Work with your decisions when you make them. And when I say that, what I mean is that you decide faster, because when you decide and you begin to go in that particular direction, very early, you will quickly realize whether your decision was a great decision or a not so good decision. Now, notice I did not say a wrong or right decision. I'm saying a good decision or a not so good decision. Now, if you don't decide, you will be left in the unknown. You will never know. So all of the fear and doubts that you have in making a decision or procrastinating and making the decision, it leaves you in the unknown, and you will never know what the outcome would be if you have not made that decision. So you need to decide quickly. And as you decide and you begin to go in that particular direction, your decision will allow you to figure out whether your decision was not too good or it was a great decision. Now, if it is a great decision, you continue pressing forward. You may have to make some adjustments somewhere along the way, but you continue pressing forward. If, however, your decision was not a great decision, again, I say work with your decision, and you may have to make some new decisions or make some adjustments somewhere along the way so that you could continue to get to where you desire to be. Now, that's why the first one that I mentioned would be know what you want. So after you make this decision, because of the desire that you have to get to a particular place, when you make this decision and you continue to press forward, if it's not going as planned, if it's really not taking you to where you desire to go, you will quickly recognize that and you'll be able to make some adjustments. But if you do not decide, you will never, ever know. So, know what you want, eliminate everything else, and decide faster. I'll say it again. Know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you never know what to decide. Eliminate everything else, which means to kill everything else. Remember the suffix "-icide" or "side", it means to kill. And number 3, decide faster and work with your decisions. Success is just a decision away. That's all it is. One decision that could change your life forever. One decision that could impact and change your life forever. One decision that could change your financial situation. One decision that could change your marriage situation. One decision that could change your business situation. One decision that could change your faith, your walk in your faith. One decision that could change everything. It's in the decision.